रेव आणि सिमेंट वापरपाची आता गरज ना. खासा ग्रेडेड रेव सिमेंट आणि खासा पॉलिमर्स वापरून रेडी टू यूज टाइल्स एडेसिव्ह वापरात अल्कोफास्ट. विट्रिफाईड टाइल्सा खातीर अल्कोफास्ट VT, सिरेमिक टाइल्सा खातीर अल्कोफास्ट CE, ग्रेनाइट मार्बल कडप्पा बसोवपा खातीर अल्कोफास्ट SA, वॉटर टाइल्स जॉइंट फिलर बसोवपाक वापरात अल्कोफिल, ISO आणि गृह प्रमाणित. चड म्हायती खातीर पणजे सरस्वती मंदिराक तेकून आशिल्ल्या आमच्या अल्कोन शॉपिंग मुजरत भेट दियात वा कॉल करात. अल्कोफास्ट हे अल्कोन अनिल कोंटो एंटरप्राइजेसचे एक उत्पादन.
भाभी मेरे लिए सब्जी रोटी.
पंचामृता के सारे प्रोडक्ट्स जो खाने में पौष्टिक तत्व की कमी को भर देते हैं. आई सर्टिफाइड वेयर फूड इज फोर्टिफाइड.
नमस्कार. आयच्या ह्या खाशेल्या हिडोनात तुमकां सगळ्यांक येवकार. आज आमचे बरोबर अशे गेस्ट आसा स्टुडियो भितर जांकां म्हाका दिसता 100% आज आयकुपाची पुराय गोंयाक उमळशीक आसा. ते सदांच कमी उलयतात बट खूब व्हडलो इम्पॅक्ट करतात. आनी हे CCPची इलेक्शनाचें जेन्ना कॅम्पेनींग सुरू जाल्लें तेन्ना आमी मेळिल्ले आनी हांवें तांकां विचारलें की इलेक्शन न्ही इंटरव्यू करया काय म्हणून. सो ताणें म्हाका सांगलें की रिजल्ट येवन न्ही रिजल्ट येतकीर आमी इंटरव्यू करया म्हणून. आनी दॅट ही इज वन ऑफ दोज पॉलिटिशियन्स हू कॅन व्हेरी कॉन्फिडंटली से दॅट प्रूव दॅट. आनी मागीर ते उतर पाळून आज ते आमच्या स्टुडियो भितर आयल्यात. ते जांकां आज अख्खें गोंय द अनडिस्प्युटेड बॉस ऑफ पणजी म्हूण पळयता ते पणजेचे आमदार बाबूश मोन्सेरात. सर, वेलकम टू द स्टुडियो. आय स्टार्ट विथ दॅट फ्रॉम द डिस्प्युटेड टू अनडिस्प्युटेड बॉस ऑफ पणजी. हाऊ डू यू लुक एट दिस जर्नी?
I am not a boss of Panjim or something like that. Panjim doesn't belong to me. Panjim belongs to the people of Panjim. I am thankful that the people of Panjim has elected me and I am representing them. I am proud of that.
But एक गजाल जी आसा की फ्रॉम लास्ट असेंब्ली इलेक्शन टू दिस CCP इलेक्शन there is a huge change in terms of acceptability, in terms of the mandate also. किती केले तुम्ही या पिरियडा भितर? where do you think the shift has happened?
No, we should not connect our CCP election with our assembly election. It is two different ways, because there it is whatever, it is basically a party. Here it is basically party also, as far as the panel is concerned, because I always say I am thankful to the Honorable Chief Minister and Party President Mr. Damu Naik for giving me basically the charge to look after as far as the panel is concerned.
पण एक गजाल आसा न्ही की इवन लास्ट असेंब्ली इलेक्शनाक द सेंट्रल पॉयंट ऑफ डिस्कशन वॉज बाबूश मोन्सेरात. Even this CCP election, the central point of discussion is Babush Monserrate, not BJP.
No, I don't understand why simple thing. Why is all these people gather or gang up together basically to defeat me? It is not to defeat a party, it looks like. It is they have got something against me.
What is it?
No, I don't know. Maybe I think when I said I'm 30 seats, the moment 30 seats means they got upset. How come he's saying 30 seats and all that? I am confident because I believe what has been all the 30 candidates what we had given. It comes under it was under our banner. Okay, I was taking the initiative. I was taking the lead. Now, when I put my people, soldiers, I know that how I need to basically see that how they perform. That is most important. A leader is a fellow who should take blame upon himself. Should not say a bad carpenter always blames his tool. I am not here to blame any tools. I am here basically to say if some of my people, I still say 3 of our people lost. I am really, actually I was not. It was unexpected, and I feel sad that I feel I have not done enough work as far as these 3 candidates are concerned.
But एक गजाल सर, I'm genuinely asking you this question. We'll go deeper into how the campaign and the result also. तुम्ही तुमची इलेक्शन केन्नाच पर्सनल केलं ना. आय हॅव सीन यू सिन्स युअर फर्स्ट इलेक्शन वी हॅव बीन इंटरॅक्टिंग. केन्ना तुम्ही पर्सनल केलं ना. ऑफ लेट दिस थिंग जे हांवें विचारलें की बाबूश मोन्सेरात इज द सेंट्रल पॉयंट, वील कम टू उत्पल लेटर, बट एक पर्सनलाइज्ड कॅम्पेन जे जाता, आर यू फिलिंग द हीट ऑफ इट?
No, I am not feeling the heat. First and foremost, I would like to tell you, the day the elections, any elections are announced, I stop reading newspaper because I know nothing good is going to come about me. So let us not disturb our mind. So we need to be a fresh. I look at it in a fresh mind. And it's ultimately what is when character is yourself, opinions what others make out. People may have different opinion about me. That is not the way. I believe once people meet me or talk to me or interact with me, that's the time they change their opinion about me. So that is the way how I look at it.
27 out of 30 expected, more than expected or less than expected?
No.
Because the tally has actually increased. Nahi?
Tally has increased, but my tally was supposed to, I had fixed for 30, and it is not that just I had said for 30. I was working in that direction at 30. The moment we say 30, see, it is what happened. I was responsible for all the 30 people. I cannot, when I go for election, I cannot say, I'm going to get 27. So the 3 people will look up and say, who is this 3 people whom he is discarding? Then they will think, okay, he has taken us for granted that, okay, we are going to lose. So I would not take losers in my panel. I would like everyone to win. So it is my responsibility. I think I have failed as far as these 3 candidates are concerned.
एक जो सामको सेंट्रल इशू आशिल्लो तो म्हळ्यार तुमची फॅमिली. From the beginning the issue was family. How do you respond to it that you are MLA, your wife is MLA, your son is mayor, and do you think with this mandate that issue has been defeated?
No, this issue will never be defeated as long as my family exists. I look at it in that way. Because what do you mean family Raj? This is what I don't understand. I believe we are not nominated. We are not come to an upper house or something like that where we got nomination. We have gone to the people, and people basically voted us. Now, why people are voting us? That you ask the people only. But they voted us. We have not hijacked the booth or something like that and got ourselves.
And there were no EVMs also.
Yeah, there was no even EVMs all this thing. The way I saw them also, that going and standing around that Shama Prasad statement, saying someone, you don't know what may happen and what happened last.
पण म्हाका मुद्दाम एक गजाल सांगात, आनी why I am asking you this question is because your फॅमिलीचो प्रश्न येता तेन्ना. What is your personal opinion that let people decide?
Let people decide. See, I always believe that if you have done good for the people, whatever, how people feel about you, that is the thing, it is reflected in the voting. I look at it in very simple thing. I am not I am not concerned what people have got to say about me. That is, it is not important to me. But ultimately, when people get me elected or get our family elected, for what? That they must be feeling something is there. That is the reason they get us elected. It is not one nomination. We fight an election. They have got a choice. They can choose from anyone, other candidates as well. But they pick us.
No, but although we say that it's your family, everybody knows it's Babush Monserrate. The brand is Babush.
No, there is no question of brand or such. I always see another thing I would like to say. In the past, for the past 25 years, I'm in politics. I will complete 25 years in coming year, next year, in maybe March. I don't get any leader, so-called leader, in my constituency, basically to campaign for me, for a simple reason. I say that if any leader comes to my constituency to tell our people who Babush Monserrate is, that is the day I feel I have lost the confidence of the people. I will not contest an election. So much sure I am.
एक गजाल म्हाका विचारपा जाय. You are, I think, the only politicians I can remember who has contested in 3 different constituencies and has won in 3 different constituencies. And a difficult constituency like Panaji, a completely different characteristically constituency like Santa Cruz, and your home ground Talegaon. What happens to Babush Monserrate when it comes to election? In what zone do you go?
No, I don't see. Others also, when assembly and all this thing, I really get confused actually even answering the questions, to tell you frankly. No, there's the fact. I stammer. I don't know. I feel I'm not at place. But I don't know something that the moment election comes, I'm at my best. I don't know how really it happens, but that's the fact.
It has been consistent with you.
It has been consistent.
Yeah.
I'm the best when election comes.
एक गजाल आसा की काल आमी उलयतना आमी पॅनलाचेर उलयल्लें की पर्रीकर पणजी इज नाव बाबूश पणजी म्हण.
So, Mr. Parrikar is a tall leader. I can never basically compete myself as far as Parrikar. I used to, even earlier when he was there, I used to say, Parrikar is first, maybe I am second. I was looking at that way. But I cannot compare myself to Mr. Manohar Parrikar. He was a statesman. He was not even a leader, I could tell you. He was a statesman. And we have got, if I can pinpoint a statesman, like one was our first Chief Minister, Dayanand Bandurkar. I look at even Mr. Pratap Singh Rani as a statesman, and third is Mr. Parrikar. I don't see anyone more than that.
But एक गजाल सगळेजण म्हणतात की even when Manohar Parrikar was the MLA of Panaji, you won CCP.
Yeah.
It is not that you never had an influence in Panaji, and probably that is the reason Parrikar also did not cross ways with you much.
No, I would not say that. But I have always won. This is the 5th term that we have won. So 20 years I'm there in, I won an election. And it is, although I was the MLA of Taligaon or even in Santa Cruz, I always saw that CCP basically was coming to us.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So there was always a difference. Say, as far as local elections was concerned, we were getting the upper hand.
But you are also very clear all along that as long as there is Manohar Parrikar contesting in Panaji, you will not contest in Panaji.
Yeah, because I didn't feel that I would win against Manohar Parrikar, to tell you frankly.
Or did both of you decide that this is not a battle worth fighting for at this point of time?
No, as I told you, I always considered Manohar Parrikar on top. So I always felt that I had no chance as far as Mr. Manohar Parrikar. So let me give you that.
But एक गजाल सगळेजण म्हणतात आणि आय आस्क यू दिस फ्रँकली जेन्ना तुमकां ग्रेटर पणजी पीडीएचो चेअरमॅन केलो तो मातसो असो भिवनूच केल्लो न्ही बाबुशाचो भंय आशिल्लो म्हणूनच केल्लो न्ही
See what others think or what is others' opinion that I cannot basically guess, and what he thought at that time. But that's the time I joined Goa Forward and all. That initiative actually Vijay Sardas had taken. So they must have thought something.
There is nothing more to it than what meets eye.
I cannot. I really don't know. I cannot say anything about that. But this is the fact. What has happened?
Would you say that is alliance म्हणटा पळय United Front सारकी? Do you think you have defeated the concept of United Alliance in this election?
See, the United Alliance came for what? They came basically to target Babush. Because they were not talking anything about a party. I at least never heard. So they were basically targeting me. Targeting me for what? Or they must be thinking that I am trying to get into bigger shoes. I look at it that way. I don't know why they are scared of me. It shouldn't be.
Because you have made governments and you have toppled governments, no? So it's obvious that they are a little worried about you.
Well, for what they need to be worried about me? But I am just trying to say I am not that type of figure that who goes troubling people or goes in other people's constituencies. I never consider myself to be a leader. I consider myself to be a worker only. I never say that I am a leader. See, I hate that when the moment, even in council election or panchayat election, one fellow gets elected. You understand? Suppose, say, some Damodar. Let's just give you an example. Damodar. The moment Damodar gets elected, or he becomes Bau or Bai. No, I'm saying, and then they go with that flair that they feel, we have become Bau and then they expect that this thing. I don't expect any this thing. I would like people basically to call me Babush. I tell my supporters, even now when we are going door to door, they used to say, sir is come. I said, see, we need to have that connect with people. That they should also connect with me as Babush. Not as sir. Sir means you come in different level. So you cannot basically get yourself connected to that person, or that person feels little inferior.
Yeah. The legacy of Manohar Parrikar now lies with Babush and BJP and not with his son.
No. See, frankly, I would tell you, I had gone for one function where our president, Mr. Damu Naik, was there. And at the time I mentioned to him, I said, see, at least as far as I am concerned, I have got no objection whatsoever if Utpal comes into this. I would love him to be in the BJP party. But I don't know what is there in his mind saying, because Babush is there. See, forget Babush. Babush is not BJP. BJP is BJP. I am one of the worker of the Bharatiya Janata Party.
That's very modest of you.
No, but that is the fact. See, party is above everyone. No one has made the party. Party has made them. I look at it in that way. So fighting this battle of yours and trying to get Mr. Manohar Parrikar basically lived and died for the Bharatiya Janata Party. He is the one who bought the government, BJP government in the state was Manohar Parrikar. So his son basically, see, I'm not here to basically to give advice, because I know tomorrow back again this thing will come, some rebut will come from him and all. But I'm holding your father in high esteem, and I hold you also in high.
And you have no problem if Utpal joins BJP.
Please, I want him to come to the BJP. See, don't basically don't ruin your father's what he has built basically as far as the party is concerned. I am only saying that you please come to the party tomorrow. If Bharatiya Janata Party decides to make him a candidate, please, you are welcome. I have got no issues in that also.
No, but then it's very difficult for any political party to say that they are not going to give you ticket. No?
See, it is ultimately party
That's the political reality.
No, but it ultimately party decides. No? Party decides there must be certain parameters on what party basically takes a call on allotting tickets. So, but I am just trying to say, see, Goa there are 40 seats. I am just saying. So party can give me also anywhere or give him also anywhere. So we can all coexist. That's what I am trying to say.
Kalam, there was a BJP spokesperson on our panel, and we asked him, when you mentioned Bharatiya Janata Party 3-4 times, the moment you came to the counting center, I asked him that question.
I watched you this yesterday.
And he very categorically said, and he gave full credit to you. He said that the credit goes to Babush Monserrate and his team and the way they worked. So even BJP very candidly agrees that this is your victory.
No, it is not my victory. It is the party's victory. Now let us don't. I worked for the victory. I can only say that much.
Do you think, because काय खूपशे जाण ज्यांनी मनोहर पर्रीकारा बरोबर काम केला ते तुमच्या पॅनलाक आशिल्ले, तुमचे कॅन्डिडेट्स आशिल्ले, डू यू थिंक ही तुमची सक्सेस, तुमची कळाशी, that they are with you today?
See, everyone wants to be in the winning side. They must be thinking it's something, okay, we will have got a better chances here than with the opposition. And opposition basically, they had no agenda. Their agenda was one, Babush. They are talking about smart city, all these. See, the smart city, as far as they said, Babush was not seen in the smart city and all this thing, all those things. I know people have suffered. I regret for what has happened as far as smart city is concerned. But that was not my fault. I look at it in simple way. Because smart city, all these tenders which were given was much before I became MLA. Of Panjim. That is one. Okay. Other thing is what as far as CCP is concerned, plays no role as far as the smart city is concerned. And smart city, tender was given earlier. If I had gone around, because I am telling you, as far as the work of the smart city is concerned, it is substandard work. I will tell you straight away. If I had gone there, till today the roads would have been remained like that, because contractors would have left and gone. See, I am giving you a simple example. You see Taligaon roads. You lived in Taligaon. You see Taligaon roads. See footpaths and all. Now, even now, footpaths have basically tiles. Tiles also have not gone, which we had made 20 years back. See, that is the quality what we had put into it. Here, basically, I feel it is substandard quality, because if I had stood on this thing, that work would never be complete.
But Lokanzik Prashnaki, then where does the blame lie?
See, blame why should I take? I am saying, why should I take responsibility of substandard work? I have got nothing to do with that this thing, no. Because I would like everything to be perfect. If I am standing somewhere, it should be perfect. I look at it in
the way you have done in Taligaon.
I look at it because I know that if I stand there, I will not be able to see the way how the work is going. Because that is not the standard which I have for work to be done.
But एक गजाल जाता की you are the MLA of Panaji, so लोकांची तुमच्याकडच्यान hopes आसात.
Hopes are बरे हा. But what I am trying to tell you is my different thing. This is the way how I am feeling.
And that is not matching on ground.
That is not really matching on ground. That is the fact.
Yeah. एक गजाल जी आसा आनी स्मार्ट सिटीची विचारली तुम्ही म्हणून बरी जातली म्हाका हांव कसिनोचे विचारता कारण एक गजाल आसा की कसिनोचे बाबतींत आय थिंक एवरीबडी नाव अग्रीज दॅट कसिनोज आर हियर. पणजेची इकॉनॉमी ऑल्सो इज लार्जली डिपेंडंट ऑन कसिनोज. Political rhetoric aside, it's a reality. But there are also problems that spill into Panaji because of casinos. Don't you agree that there are problems and they need to be looked at?
See, they need to be, first of all, traffic is the problem. Major problem is because of the traffic. this spontaneous areas and all this thing, all these bikes and all, whoever are working, maybe the people who are working in the casinos on the boats, they must be parking the bike. This is the job of road. This is the job basically of the police.
Yeah.
Or traffic police. Two men as far as the traffic is concerned. It is not my, now they will say, you are passing the buck. I am not passing the buck. I am just trying to say, why is traffic police there? Traffic police is there not to sit down in the office. They are basically to go on the site or on the place and just to settle things. But I don't see. Now they say, if you go to say, they say we have shortage of staff. Now basically I have taken a decision that I will go to the Honorable Chief Minister and I'll tell him I will basically ask the traffic whoever is running the department to ask him to give me what is the staff your requirement. And then I would like to see, because now what happened, they are trying to show that they are handicapped, that we can do nothing because we are short of staff. So I will basically see that if casino, as far as casino is come, I had said that within 100 days I would do something. And I thought that I would do something, to tell you frankly. I have not just said because for consumption.
Yeah, for election purpose.
People. And I went there. Honestly, after 2 days after getting election, myself, and that time Uday Madkekar was the mayor, and Yatin Parekh, I met him on the way, he said he would come, so we went there. The moment we went there, we tried to basically stop the, encroachment which has come as far as the CCP is concerned. That was the only way, what we could do to basically create
clear the footpaths,
create the footpaths, at least the entry part of it and all. So we went there. The moment we went there, there were some ladies who came and all, and then they filed a case against us that we tried to molest three ladies. This basically direction came right from top. That I can tell you at that time. It came to the thing. So then we had to take an anticipatory bail basically for being no. Then I know I can to tell you whatever anyone may say, they are too strong. These casino fellows sometimes they feel what they are running the government. This should not happen.
That is the problem.
That is the problem. So that is the reason they are not bothered of what is happening. Other they themselves, as far as this traffic is concerned, they can handle this themselves actually.
So government depend on garaj.
You should not depend on government. They should see it is the mess which they are creating. People are coming to the city, but they have been creating all this mess as far as parking is concerned. So they should put those things in place. They are least bothered. Looks like that.
But एक गजाल तुम्ही हांव तुका इकॉनॉमीचो मुद्दो इतल्याच खातीर काडिल्लो बिकॉज नाव इट्स अ व्हेरी ट्रिकी सिच्युएशन द इकॉनॉमी सराउंडिंग पणजी एंड पुरवरी इज डिपेंडंट ऑन कसिनोज डू यू थिंक दे हैव बिकम टू स्ट्रॉंग टू हैंडल
It is not question too strong to handle. Now, what I am trying to say, there are people, there are really some people who are basically facing the heat as far as these casinos are concerned, as far as parking, all those things, what nonsense is happening. But in the same breath, I can tell you, you go around. You go around in the city. And you ask the business people. There are many people who are old businessmen and all who has basically left their business and they have given the
subletted
subletted with fat rents which they carry and they are nicely enjoying themselves. So that is a part of the other thing. But the moment they say this is stopped, business basically will stop. Because from 7 o'clock, earlier you used to see, from 7 o'clock, Panjim was totally dead. So the same thing, Panjim will be dead.
Right now, Panjim comes alive at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, 7 o'clock, that's it.
So, one thing is about this enough is enough movement, and one of their major argument and the point of contention is casinos. And they say that they cite many legal issues and they say that they cannot be in Mandovi. Do you think there is any practical possibility that the casinos can move out, or it is not possible?
No, casinos can move out. I think what happened in 2027, the lease basically whatever that is called, that expires I think 2027. I remember 2027. That is the time basically government should basically be very firm on the earlier on the framework of how they framed the casino policy. That's saying that it should be 5 nautical miles.
Yes,
from
the actual definition of offshore.
Yeah, so then it should be. But none of these boards which are there are seaworthy.
Correct.
So, that is the thing. If we really go by the spirit of the policy,
Yes.
then it should go off.
Yeah, and the definition of offshore.
Offshore.
39A, very contentious issue. You have handled different departments and even PDAs. When the issue like 39A comes, as a minister, as a senior politician of Goa, how do you look at it when the movement is building up like this?
See, now 39A, basically this law has been enacted. Over this amendment has come in the assembly. We cleared it in the assembly. Now what we have got a majority is fine. Some people may have no, these people, whoever is there, they make a noise for everything also. So I am just trying to say, see, this is the amended thing. The matter is a sub judice. It is in the court. I'm saying give the court its time basically to decide on it. I look at it in that way. Coming on the streets basically doesn't help.
No, but when you were TCP Mayor, you handled it differently. You withdrew the plan, you went to the election, and the government came back to power.
No. The thing about what happened when it was a regional plan, these people went to the court. They went to the court. I clearly remember our advocate, that AG, Advocate Natkani, actually defended us, and that plan was to be correct.
Yeah.
Okay. But then what happened, under political pressure, because the election was nearing, then Congress decided basically just to withdraw.
Yeah.
And that is the time I actually...
And the government came back to power.
Yeah. That is the time I left the Congress party.
Yeah.
And because what happened, I didn't want the blame to come on me. And that's the time many tall leaders basically fell.
Yeah.
Was defeated.
Yes.
In that time. But
You
still
got,
I got
elected.
elected.
You became a cabinet minister again.
That was the difference.
Do you think the government needs to wait for the court decision, or in its own wisdom the cabinet needs to relook at it?
No, I strongly believe that government needs to basically go by the court's decision. Let the court
Wait for the court's decision.
Wait for the court's decision. Let the courts basically decide. What I am trying to tell you, why are the courts coming on the streets? Everything, if you can just get justice, then this become a banana republic. I look at it that way. See, it is no offense to anyone. It is no offense to anyone. But what I am trying to say, let us abide by the law. Then everyone will say, okay, let's come to the street and let us stop something from coming.
Yeah.
Now the problem here is become what? Good people don't understand what is between good and bad.
There is a trust deficit.
Yeah, trust deficit means what is happening. Some people are just creating, and especially since elections are nearing now, there is a time this creation becomes more the same. Even as far as this casinos things suddenly came up. Everyone was actually sleeping. And I think one seat they won is because of the casino issue. I look at it in that way. That narrative.
So it has benefited, you are saying. For one seat it has benefited.
No, for them.
Yes, for them, for one seat it has benefited.
But it is the wrong narrative. I am just saying what happened. Can you do something about it?
Can you actually do something about it?
Can you do something about it? First, let us be honest.
Yeah.
I am just trying to say. Here I have been very honest. I don't feel anything can be done right now. Until and unless that in 2027...
When the lease comes up for renewal.
Yeah, when government says, come on, let us follow the policy.
Yeah.
In its true spirit. That's what I'm saying.
Last two questions, sir. First is, who is the mayor? Because again, if it's whether it is your son or you are looking at a different equation this time.
No. I see. Mayor basically will be decided in my consultation with the party.
Yeah.
So let me put it that way.
But is it going to be the second?
I just said if I talked to you now, I have not spoken to the party.
I see. So this is the first diplomatic answer you have given to me.
No. I went one step closer by saying that with my consultation,
yeah.
they will.
You and party will take a call. Ek gazal Mhaje Ghar, your department, and is the scheme that government is heavily banking upon.
Right.
Last time assembly भितर पहिले तो response तितलो लोकांचो बरो ना. There are a lot many issues and government has extended it by one more year.
Yeah.
Where do you think the scheme is failing?
No, I don't think so. The scheme is. I think what is happened. We must basically it should be made to understand better. As far as the scheme is concerned, people are a little confused. It is good that the Honorable Chief Minister has extended by 1 year. It should be a more of a you understand. It should go down to the people who really are going to benefit out of the scheme. So no one knows, and it should be, the department should be friendly basically to help them.
Yeah.
Then only if the department is friendly to help them, then the scheme will be successful.
त्रास करपाक जायना थंय
Yeah,
लोकांक.
you should not get this document, get that document. I feel what there is always a charter of documents.
Documents that are required.
Required. You see to them. You help those people.
You want to get the documents.
You need to help those people to get the document. So I look at it in that way. It should be, our departments basically should be more friendly. Our departments are basically lethargic. They are least bothered. But you are they feel whatever government has decided on some skill, and let them only bear the brunt. That is not the thing. You are a part of the government. You are the servant of the government. So and that means you are the servant of the people.
Yeah.
It should reach the people.
एक गजाल, now that the family Raj and all issues are over, and your son is now in active politics, do you want to see your son as a mayor or as a next MLA also?
To tell you honestly, I'm sure that Rohit will be MLA of some constituency next time.
You are very sure about it.
I'm sure about it.
Yeah.
I'm confident.
Yeah. Well, I think it is his wish also.
It is his wish, because ultimately it is people who will decide. But he will go into.
But you are confident that he will be the MLA in 27?
I'm confident.
So final question, I was reading a nice post by Radharao Gracious. He posted it around 1 hour back.
Okay.
On Panji elections and you. And a nice statement he made, and I'm quoting him. He says, Babush Monserrate thrives on hostility. He says everybody becomes hostile towards him during election, and he thrives on that hostility and comes on top of the situation. Number one, do you agree? And what propels you?
No, I feel so. And people must be thinking who are voting for me. Why poor thing? Why they are troubling him? I look at it in that way, and that benefits me.
So final thing, because you have opened a nice question about Rohit, do you have any constituency in mind?
Let us see. There are so many constituencies. No, there are 40 constituencies.
But I think there will be a constituency in Tiswadi.
See, ultimately these things also what was happened. See, he will be in a party. Okay, he will abide by what party says. But my wish is that he should contest next
assembly election.
Assembly election. Now where it is going to be and all, it will be party will decide.
But your choice will be a constituency in Tiswadi.
Tiswadi, of course.
Certainly.
Tiswadi.
Yeah. You're taking me there, but you're not going to tell me the name of the constituency.
No, that's the reason what I said. No, it is a party. Now tomorrow party will say 3 tickets, how you get. That is the thing. But ultimately you must count on the winnability part of it also.
Yeah. So you're taking it to Tiswadi and leaving it there right now. Sir, thanks a lot. आम्ही पहिली उलयतना तुम्ही म्हाका उत्तर दिल्ले की येतले म्हणून तुम्ही उतर पाळटात सगळ्या खबरान ते उतर पाळून तुम्ही आमच्या स्टुडिओ भितर आयले.
There should be something that we need to discuss upon.
Absolutely, and now there was a lot to discuss upon, and not just a political rhetoric but something actual. So thanks a lot. तुम्ही आमची विनवणी मान्य केली आयले. Pleasure talking to you.
It is really my pleasure being here. Thank you.